Alright everyone, welcome to the new Let's Play I'm going to be doing. This is a game for the Sega Genesis, Landstalker, released in 1993 by Climax Entertainment, and published of course by Sega. It is a isometric action RPG. And we are Nigel, with our little assistant Friday, who we, if you watch the intro, we had saved her from a group of guys that were looking for her because she is apparently seen King Null's treasures, which are very important. So yes, off we go. Now, one thing that is definitely kind of strange about this game, and it's actually something that's going to cause me to die quite a bit, is, ooh, that's not good. Most games, if you push up, your character will go up and to the right. In this game, if you push up, it does the same thing, down does the same thing. But if you push left, you go down and to the left. If you push right, you go up and to the right. The only way to go up and to the left or down and to the right is to push both up and left or down and right at the same time. And even though I played this for about 5 hours prior to recording, I was still having trouble with the control scheme, especially when it comes to some of the platforming sections, so I will apologize and say that you will see me die quite a bit. Anyways, what we found in that chest is a life stock, and those are basically this game's version of hearts. And as you can see, we now have 5 health instead of 4. And I want to say every 5 livestock you get will actually boost your attack power just slightly. I don't know if it starts at 10 hearts or if it starts at 15. But anyways, keep exploring here. Oh, we got a box. And we screwed that up. Ah, got another livestock. Also, is this... That's not where we want to go. Because I don't believe it is. Yeah. Get some more golds. And at first I thought that golds was a typo, that maybe for some reason it was just pluralizing it for no apparent reason. But I guess that's actually what the currency is called. It's just normally pluralized, so whatever. And yes, there's a lot of stuff hidden in this game. I don't know if I'll be able to find everything. Poo. Screwed that jump up. And unfortunately, we won't be coming back here for a very long time, so that chest will have to wait for now. Whee! Oh, jeez. Ow. You're hiding something. So yes, we are now in the town of... what is this town called? there a sign out here that tells us where we are? Whoa. You go tell the mayor. I don't feel like it. I'm just trying to find out the name of the town because I forgot. There we go, here's a sign. So we are in the village or the town of Masan. Just full of little bear-like creatures, I guess. Also, this tree, can't do anything with it yet, but it will become important later on. Anyways, let's head back to the town and talk to some peoples. Get out of my way, person. And one thing I will mention is that Climax is actually the same developer who made pretty much all of the Shining Force games. I think they might have even done Shining in the Darkness. I'll have to double check on that. But at first, when I started playing this, I was like, man, this music sounds really familiar. And when I saw that it was made by... Sorry, stopped to read there. But anyways, when I saw that it was made by Climax, I was like, oh, that makes sense, it must be the same composer. And it's actually not the same composer. It's actually a completely different person. The composer for the first Shining Force game was Masahiko Yoshimura, and the composer for this is Mordecai Takenouchi. So, completely different people, but their musical styles are very similar, at least to me. But anyways, this is an inn. The way shops work in this game is a little strange. I mean, it's worth this way in other games, but what you do is you pick up whatever you want and you put it on the counter. However, we have full health, so we don't want to stay here. And the inn actually isn't where you save in this game. You actually save in a completely different place, which I'll show up in a moment here. Yes, the Eki that we're finding is actually a healing item. It doesn't tell you what it does, but it heals either 11 HP or half of your maximum HP, whichever amount is greater. So basically, once you get, I don't know, 23 hearts, it'll heal 12, I think, is how that works. And up until that point, it'll heal 11. But yes, what you do to save in this game is you come into a church or a chapel, you pick up the record book, and place it down in front of the priest. We'll then save your game. Another thing that's very similar to Shining Force. And you've got other books over here. You have, I think, Confusion, what is this? Anti-Curse. And Poison. Is this Confusion? Well, basically. Yes. Can jump around and be all spiffy. What do you have to say? She's right there. A little bit, yeah. Anyways, we want to go ahead and leave town for now. We actually want to go down here and talk to this guy, who tells us again that someone needs to tell the mayor. And we're going to ignore him and this cave, because we actually can't do anything with that cave quite yet. But we do want to go over this way. And go in here. And this is the first dungeon. This is the, I believe it's called Water Temple. And we got our first enemies here. These are just generic slimes, gray slimes. But yes, this is not nearly as difficult as, you know, the Zelda games in terms of the Water Temple difficulty. Although I'm trying to remember how it is you get that chest. You can just jump across, you can, okay. And we've got a key. Part of the reason I didn't think you could jump across is because if the ground has a border on it like that, it usually means you can't jump into it, but I guess the border has to be a little thicker for that to be the case. Yeah, like this. So in this case, you actually can't jump across that because it has the thicker border on it. And we'll actually go down first. Oh, there isn't anything down there. I thought there was like a chest or something down there. Anyways. Go ahead and jump across here real quick. And if you see platforms that are kind of that bright sand color, it usually means that there's a switch that you can press. And fortunately for us, there is that button right there that you have to jump on in order to activate. Go ahead and drop down here. Oh, and I'm actually going the wrong way now that I think about it. I mean, I'll continue going up here so you can see what it is. So we've got the staircase here, but we've got a couple statues blocking the way. So we actually have to go back the way we came. Ooh, cool. Yeah, every once in a while, enemies will actually drop items. Also, I apologize for that in the background. That was a rather noisy vehicle going down the street. Anyways, I actually want to go down here and use the key. And we actually want to go up this way first. Because up here, in the corner, is some golds. And we've also got a button. And what that button does is it actually separates those statues in that room that we were in earlier. Oh, come on. I know I don't have to kill everything, but I'm going to for the first little bit anyways, just so I can save some golds up. That way if I need to buy more Eke, I can. Yep, those statues are now parted. And one thing to warn you about is if you jump up here, you're going to get ambushed by 4 troll orc things, or 3. And these guys, when you first fight them, actually do a good bit of damage, so easiest way to get rid of them is just to kind of bottleneck them in that little path there. Anyways, if we come down here, we find Prospero. Who is in the middle of this dungeon all by himself. Kind of an odd place to hide, if you ask me. Nope, can't do anything else at the moment, except for get this livestock and leave. And he says if we come back later, he may have something to tell us, so guess we'll just have to kill some time and do just that. Anyways, we want to go back to the town for now. Or back to the place where the bridge was destroyed. Got kind of stuck on my words there. And killing slimes because I can. Also, something else to note, you'll notice that this gray statue is actually standing away from the wall now. And if you were paying really close attention, you would have noticed that there's this hole here. Now, if we drop down here and follow the path around, this actually gives us another livestock, so we're already at 9 hearts. Which isn't very much, but oh well. Anyways, go ahead and leave for now. Yep, they're planning on going to Gumi, or Gummy, or however you pronounce it, and they're planning on attacking. So we gotta go back to town and see what exactly is going on. Oh, that's not good. So yeah, the mayor's daughter has been kidnapped. And we have to go and save her. Or do we? No, we have to. Anyways, go ahead and show off how the inn works. I mean, not like it's atypical of your usual RPG. We put the book down on the counter, pay however many golds they ask for. Plays the little inn music, and with that, gotten all of our hearts back. I'm actually gonna go down here real quick as well, because in here, there's 2 eke and a livestock, but it costs us 150 gold, so we'll have to come back for it later. Because that is quite a bit of golds. And the bridge is now open after learning that the mayor's daughter has been kidnapped. We got a new enemy here, the blue slime. And as you saw, they take 4 hits to kill. It's quite a bit. We're actually gonna encounter a couple new enemies along here. Oops. Yep, they do 2 damage if they hit you, so don't be like me and walk into them. Be more careful. And we got another new enemy right there. That little spore thing is actually a mushroom. If you can call it that. Personally, I think it looks a little Freudian, but that's just me. Yes, they are very obnoxious, because they hide in the ground like that until you get close enough, and they pop up and attack you. Also, there's a treasure chest up there. It's actually pretty easy to get to, though. Just have to come back here, and not screw up these jumps. No, come on. Come on, Nigel. Work with me. There we go. And we get ourselves another life stock. Also, this sign says there's a swamp shrine to the west of us, and village of Gumi to the south. Ah! Also, if you're wondering why I'm not healing, you'll see why in a bit here, if I die. Like that. Almost like that. Yes, and that is one thing to keep in mind. If you're too close to something, maybe not there. Yeah, if you're too close to a wall, you actually won't draw your sword. You'll just attempt to, but then smack the wall. So you have to be careful of that when you're fighting guys, because sometimes you can get kind of screwed over by not drawing your sword. Anyways. We are now in the village of Gumi. We actually want to just come up here. Sit down here and watch the little ritual they've got going on. And you just jump up and to the left, or just to the left, to get back up. And now if we go to the entrance, it is now open. I'll think about it. Also, there's another life stock here, but it's 206 golds. It's even more than the first one. So we'll put it back on the ground here. And how much does this inn cost? It's 20. I think we'll call it good. We'll buy the Eke though for 15. Just to have an extra. Also, who is this? Mr. Sneaky runaway person. There's nothing in there. There's something in here though. Another livestock. What's in here? Nothing, except for this. The idol stone is actually very important, so make sure you get it while you're here. These guys want us to leave. But what if I want to save? Anyways, now that we've saved, let's go ahead and go down here. Whoops. Now see, what happens when you die is Friday actually just pops out of your backpack and heals you with a Eke Eke. And if you don't have an Eke Eke, that's when you actually die. So you do have to kind of watch how many items you have. Whoops. And one thing that's actually kind of nice is that the item counter... Frickin' crap. But the item counter, which is the little bag icon next to the 6/11, that actually shows you just how many Eke Eke you have. It doesn't show you how many items you have, just that one particular kind of item. Anyways, this is the Thief Pockets. Who apparently has a great sense of humor. Kind of Borat-like. Anyways, wants to leave here for now. And kill you before the mushroom gets me. Ow. And yes, this is something you'll see pretty often in this Let's Play, is me dying because of careless maneuvering, I suppose you could call it. Not being careful where I walk. Anyways, one thing we're going to do real quick, or I'm going to do real quick, is going to do a tiny bit of grinding so we can get that life stock that was at Masan. The more livestock, the better. Won't even need to do that much grinding, apparently. Also, I thought that slime was dead, that's why I started walking forward. Yep, we're almost there already. Go ahead and kill this blue slime for good measure. Actually, I want to test something real quick that I just noticed. Yep. So you may recall that when we first started, it took us 4 hits to kill the blue slimes. And now it only takes us 3, so basically once you hit 10 hearts, you deal a small fraction more damage. Not enough to kill the gray slimes in 1 hit, but still an improvement. Anyways, we'll go ahead and get the heart from the shop here, the livestock rather. So we're now at 12. Don't have enough to stay at the end, but that's alright. Anyways, we'll go ahead and... Whoa! Actually, go ahead and stop it here. And pick up from here the next time. Where am I going? go to here. That is a record. Nope. Alright, so yeah, we'll pick it up from here the next time. See ya then.